All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome into Mornings on Main Street, October 28th, 2021. Good morning. We are now 4 weeks out from Thanksgiving, and that's the best time of the year. Right now, at the end of the year is the best time of the year. So we're going to have a great day today on this Thursday. A little rain moving in, but that's going to be okay. And we got a fun show for you this morning. A lot of good stuff coming up at 7:10. We're going to give you something to smile about, which is always really cool. 7:20, our pet of the week. And the story behind this, we kind of got an email and found this organization that does amazing work in our area and had no idea. And that's the best part about this is I get to bring that story and what they do to you guys this morning. And it's our pet of the week. And they've got a beautiful pet up for adoption. It's a heartbreaking story of how this beautiful puppy dog got to them, but the ending is not written yet. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that. Great people, Lucky Farms Animal Rescue. 7:30, we're going to take you up to Kentucky Downs. Big plans for the rest of the year going on up there. And if you have not been to Kentucky Downs, it's 35, 40 minutes from downtown Nashville. And they've kind of remodeled everything. And it's simply fantastic. Really cool. And at 7:40, last night, the intern pop in here for a moment and say good morning to everybody.
Good morning, everyone.
I didn't feel like that came from inside your heart there. Let's do it again. Hey, intern, okay. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
There we go. Now that felt passionate about that. Last night, the intern and I got to rub shoulders with some very important people at a big event at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. They had their Hall of Fame induction ceremony last night. We met Darrell Waltrip, Scott Borchetta, some drivers. Intern, we felt important last night.
We did, yeah. We had red carpet and everything. We were standing there. People were coming to see us.
I got tired of them throwing their keys at us, but that's okay. And they were asking you for if they could refill their water, but
right.
You know what?
I don't mind doing it. Right. I don't mind doing it.
They were pleasant with doing all that. But we'll have that for you at 7:40. That was a really cool event last night, intern at the Fairground Speedway, just to see all the people there and the history in that building last night.
Definitely. I agree. It was really cool. Just all the history standing in one room.
It was, including myself.
Including yourself.
And what's coming up at 7:50 today?
Oh, we got celeb birthdays, and I'm coming off a drought. Yesterday wasn't the best day, but I'm coming in strong today.
Okay, well, I feel you got it, man. You could do this. All
Thanks.
right. I feel
Thanks,
coming away at 7:50 today. All right, let's get the latest news to this morning from our friends at Main Street Nashville and some really cool things that are going on. Here's the front page. And again, just subscribe. It's not expensive. It goes right to your inbox every morning. You got the app you can download. It's perfect on there. Very cool story. Vivian Jones busy yesterday. She had a story about former Governor Jim Haslam getting the Tennessee State Museum named after him. Very well done. He was the governor from 2011, 2019. Is that correct? Might be wrong. Bill Lee came and yeah. Okay, that's right. I am right on that. So nice. But it's what Vivian wrote below that, which has a lot of people talk about, intern. Plans unveiled for $2.5 billion riverfront development. And I'm going to click out of the screen and get to the other one for you and show you the story. And I got to tell you, this project is something special that's going to go on down there. It's right near downtown. It's funny about downtown in Nashville. Most cities build inward to outward, but we're building outward, coming back into downtown, which is fine. So you can see it here. Developer unveils plans for $2.5 billion mixed-use neighborhood in North Nashville. And if we scroll down, and it's a great article by Vivian, Nashville's northern riverfront is on the path of becoming a global destination, not just coming up from Birmingham or Memphis, a global destination. As a real estate tycoon B. Edward Ewing unveiled plans for this $2.5 billion, 65-acre mixed-use neighborhood on the north shore of Cumberland River. And you look at the picture there. I wish I could draw this good. And I'm guessing that's Metro Center across the river there. And then what they're planning to put in right there is just something. I'm not going to read the whole story for you because you need to go do yourself a favor and read this, but I'll just give you kind of the highlights. Plans include more than 25 acres of public park areas. Summit Park, located at the highest point of the river bend, will be designed as a space for public programming and performances overlooking the river and Nashville skyline. Now, intern, right over here, you have Amazon building all their stuff. And then now you have what's coming over there. So I know you like to go downtown and hang out with everybody. Look at another place for you to hang out now.
Absolutely. It looks beautiful. That is quite the picture there.
Do you think you have $2.5 billion that we could use?
I'll have to check, but let me get back to you. I might be able to move some things around.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I've maybe got $20 in my wallet, so we will see. Let's go back to the Main Street Media that came out this morning for you guys. The latest headlines that go on. Let me get my screen there. There we go. Very cool. Another story here. Let's see all the headlines for you that pop down right there, and I'll find. I want to this story right here, which I love. All right, 2021 Blue Ribbon Teachers announced. And it's got a listing of the teachers that earned this really good award. And they're all Metro teachers here in Nashville, Davidson County. And I just got to tell you, God bless them, because I'm a product of Metro schools and I put teachers through you know what growing up. So we honor them this morning on Main Street, Nashville. It's just really cool, intern, to see these teachers, because I'm sure along the line, there was a teacher that took you under his or her wing and really set you straight, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. I was quite the deviant in middle school. But once I reached high school, I don't know, I straightened up.
Are we sure about this?
Don't quote me on it, but going from past experience, yeah.
Oh, that's nice. And a very good article about Sue Fort White. She's executive director of Our Kids, and they do some amazing work in our community. And of course, looking around the community, things that are going on, Addiction Center plan for another Dixon location, and just cool stories, local stories that everybody can see and read. That's right there on Main Street, Nashville. Some of the big headlines that are happening and coming to you this morning. Now, intern, last night, one of the conversations I had at the event we were attending was, and I'm going to show you this here too, people are still talking about this, and I don't know when it's going to end. And it's the Alec Baldwin. People are asking me about it last night. I'm like, I don't know. And here's the latest. Alec Baldwin, police not exactly sure of actor's whereabouts, but they say he's cooperating. Now, that headline doesn't make a lot of sense to me, intern. Let me see if I can pull it up there. There we go. But would you not be the first question you ask? Is like, hey, man, where are you? Would you not ask that?
Yeah. Is there any way we could talk about this in person?
Yeah. And it's just, I don't know. So, you know, that's the latest that's happening there with that. And he's cooperating.
I keep seeing that same picture of him in that really horrible shirt with his hair really long and that mask in his hand. You know what I'm talking about?
Is it the one he's on the phone?
Yes. I keep seeing that picture just circulate.
It says at the time of the shooting, Baldwin was staying in New Mexico, obviously, because that's where he's shooting the film. He was spotted several times at a hotel. A local person told Fox News, once with the son and the husband of the lady that passed away, though it's unclear if that's exactly where he is staying at the time. So there you go. That's the latest that's happening there with Alec Baldwin. Intern, we were busy last night, so we actually missed what was happening in the World Series last night as the Atlanta Braves are tied now with the Houston Astros in the series. Are you watching any of this stuff?
No, I didn't get a chance to watch last night.
I know but we got home like seventh inning.
Right.
You still watch none of it?
In the second, the 2-2
Correct.
You got much help to me this morning.
I know. I'll do my homework next time. Yeah, I just stared at a wall.
You got about an hour's sleep last night. There's a lot of things going on. Anyway, Houston won 7-2. The series is now tied at 1. They go back to Atlanta for games 3, 4, and 5, and that'll be happening on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And intern, I know we were talking to your dad a little bit about tickets, and the cheapest ticket I saw, now this is from secondary market, I know there's a lot of things going on, was $1,150, and that's upper deck. Would you pay that to go see your favorite team?
No, I mean, if I had the money, absolutely. If I had it to spend on that, I would 1,000% spend it on that.
You'd make a good politician because you're flip-flopping on me. Would you go see? All right, say you've got the money, you go, right? Well, if we got the money, we'll go do anything. Right?
Fair enough. Yeah.
But in your current state where you have no money, would you go see your favorite team play in the World Series?
No, I wouldn't see the point in going if I can't get in, you know.
What's the most you've ever paid for a ticket? I'm curious.
The most I ever paid for a ticket was a Corey Smith concert in Chattanooga, $65.
Who's that?
Corey Smith.
Not familiar. Is he a tennis player?
No, he's not. He's a singer. You'd like him.
I paid $300 to see Fleetwood Mac. They came to Bridgestone in 2015. Worth every penny.
Yeah, I hear that's a great show.
And it took me about half the show to get over the fact that I paid $300 to see Fleetwood Mac. And once after that, I was good to go.
Yeah, I guess the whole concert, they just have to soothe that for you.
But it was worth it. Now look back and say, I went to that concert, had a great time. All right, thank you, intern. We're off and running on the show this morning. Coming up at 7 here in a few moments, we're going to be something to smile about. 7:20, our pet of the week. Really excited to bring you that, sponsored by Hunter Briley and Regal Realty Group. 7:30, we'll take you up to Kentucky Downs. 7:40, we'll take you also to a big event that happened last night that no TV station in town covered. At least I didn't see and was told, which goes back to the whole hyper local thing. Why are you not covering things in your backyard? I don't understand it. At 7:50, America's favorite game, Celebrity Birthday. So stay right here. Fun show for you. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
I was going through a really hard time in my life. I was missing 12 teeth. I would cover my mouth. Mentally, it was so draining to have to constantly worry about who's gonna see it, because your first impression in somebody is their smile.
Delta Dental of Tennessee and the Smile 180 Foundation, transforming lives and communities one smile at a time.
My smile gives me my voice. My smile gives me my passion. My smile gives me my drive. My smile gives me everything.
I love writing and journalism just on its own, and I think I learned that during the pandemic because I was covering all kinds of non-sports related things and still having fun with it, still finding out a lot of great stories. But when you can combine something I'm already interested in, have a lot of knowledge about in sports, I feel like I'm really able to combine two of my passions at the same time, and that's really rewarding for me.
Oh, I love that commercial, that bumper when we come back in there, because I need to check my Powerball numbers, because if I won Powerball last night, that's what I do. I'll just go to a creek and play with dogs all day long. I'll still be in the area, but all the videos and pictures you'll see of me is playing with dogs. All right, today it's time for something to smile about, brought to you by our good friends over at Delta Dental. Delta Dental of Tennessee, now offering dental and vision plans for groups and individuals. Simply go to deltadentaltn.com for more. Here's something to smile about.
I'm 33 years old. I'm from Paris, Tennessee. I have 3 children from 13 to 2, and I'm a single mom.
Today is a good day for Samantha. She is visiting a place that helped change her life. Interfaith Dental Clinic is just one of many charitable clinics in Tennessee dedicated to providing comprehensive and emergency dental care to the underserved. 20,000 patients in 2020 alone. It's a place Samantha never knew existed, and for years, with no dental insurance, she struggled in a bad marriage and with health issues compounded by poor oral health.
4 years ago, I was missing at least 12, if not more. I lost count at that point. At one point or another, you just don't want to think about it. I couldn't eat because it hurt to eat. I would eat soft food. I would have to chew my food up with my tongue on the roof of my mouth if I ate.
Samantha developed a life-threatening infection which caused her face to swell and put her in the emergency room.
I was close to losing my life over my teeth. It was scary.
As a waitress, she resorted to doing things like super gluing teeth into her mouth and made sure no one saw her smile. A partial denture eventually helped, but Samantha says she still felt ashamed.
I would cover my mouth. Always had my book with me, my server book, and I would put it up to my face. I always made sure I had something in my hand. I would distract you. Well, I didn't want to be alive because I didn't have my teeth. Because mentally it was so draining to have to constantly worry about who's going to see it. Because your first impression in somebody is their smile.
For nearly 27 years, Interfaith Dental Clinic has been giving smiles back to people like Samantha.
Society judges us by the way our teeth are. I mean, we're judged by our weight, our dialect, but also our teeth. And if someone's teeth are not looking ideal, then we can be judged as seen to be not smart, not reliable, maybe even an abuser of drugs or alcohol. I mean, think of those kind of judgments just because someone couldn't afford to get it taken care of and had probably got infected with cavity and gum disease bacteria at a young age and never been able to get it under control.
Staffed by volunteers, using state-of-the-art equipment, paid for by donors and the state, the need has not changed for quality dental care. In fact, 2020 made it worse for the working poor.
We're seeing over a 30% increase in people reaching out. And for a lot of folks, this is the first time they've reached out for help. They had a steady job but lost it or had a job change with benefits during the pandemic. The stress during the pandemic has made a lot more teeth break, and that's real.
The state also cut funding to its denture program in 2020, meaning people like Samantha, and like many in these photos, were at even greater risk of not getting care. Delta Dental of Tennessee, which already supports 24 charitable dental clinics in the state, will spend about $300,000 in emergency funding to keep the denture program operating.
Samantha's a great story to see. We'd like to see more of the stories because the legislators have been so kind with us. And Charles Sargent, who started this program, unfortunately he's passed away, and what a tremendous man he was, but he told me that was one of the legacies he wanted to leave, that people wouldn't have to worry about whether or not they can get their dentures done or they can get partials done and that sort of thing. So he created the fund, and every single year, they've given us about $2 million since that time. But last year when COVID hit, they weren't sure, obviously, about how the money was going to come in, so we funded it ourselves.
While CEO Dr. Phil Wenk is grateful to see funding back in the state budget for the next fiscal year, he hopes lawmakers consider making it a recurring amount.
For the legislators who don't know what it's about, it's really about changing lives.
For Samantha, it's been a 180, a transformation that began after a coworker told her about Interfaith.
And then I got a phone call. And Interfaith said, "We hear that you need an appointment. We hear that you're in pain." And I cried. I'm a very emotional person. Because for once in my life, something was going right. Something good finally happened to me. And I needed it. Interfaith gave me that light.
Samantha was given the gift of her smile.
Said that they were finished, and they asked me if I wanted to look, and I was so nervous. I was not anticipating what I saw. Whenever I smiled, I dropped the mirror. I'm gonna start bawling because I remember every emotion that was felt. I was so happy. I was me again. I found me.
Samantha is the perfect example of the power a smile can have. It's been more than a physical transformation. It's impacted her whole life. She holds herself to a higher standard now, has gone back to school, has hope for the future, and truly believes she will finally live the life she was always meant to.
My smile gives me my voice. My smile gives me my passion. My smile gives me my drive. My smile gives me everything.
Yay, Samantha. See, that's something to smile about for you. Thank you, Delta Dental. Again, Delta Dental of Tennessee now offering dental and vision plans for groups and individuals. Learn more at deltadentaltn.com. com. Thank you so much. Great job, Samantha. You are absolutely beautiful. All right, we'll come back. We'll take a break. It's time for our pet of the week, and you're going to love meeting a young man named Charlie. That's next right here, Mornings on Main Street.
Dental coverage may be a small investment, but it has big benefits because dental coverage and preventive oral care leads to more than a healthier smile. It leads to a healthier life overall. Delta Dental makes it easy to get the care you need. With the nation's largest network, you're more likely to find or keep a dentist you love. And with comprehensive coverage and additional discounts, you'll have benefits you love too. Make a lasting investment in your oral and overall health with coverage from Delta Dental. Visit deltadentaltn.com to learn more.
Hi, I'm Bonnie Ryan. I'm the co-owner of Zaxby's along with Lee Oliver. This is a place that mamas and daddies can be really comfortable to send their kids to for a first job. It's a place that you can have fun, feel really good about the place that you work, get paid well, have a good time. If you want to apply, you can go to applynow.com and Zaxby's will be on there. We love it when we get some great folks here at Zaxby's.
Every year, it costs Tennessee more than $15 million to clean up roadside litter. It's time to keep your trash to yourself and our roadways clear, because nobody trashes Tennessee.
All right, welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. Love all the comments of people watching on Facebook and on our YouTube channel. Really appreciate you guys for doing this, because eventually what's going to happen, if the intern and I have our way one day, this will just turn into a whole week of dog rescue stories. So that's what we want to do for you. All right, it's time for our Pet of the Week, brought to you by Hunter Briley and Regal Realty Group. We want you to meet a beautiful young man named Charlie who needs a beautiful home, and I know you guys will step up and do this. So here's our Pet of the Week.
Hello everybody, once again, I'm Hunter Briley, back with your Pet of the Week. We partnered up with Big Joe Dubin and Main Street Media, and we've got a special one for you today as well. We got Mr. Charlie out at Lucky Farms Animal Rescue. You guys, take a look at this one. He came in hurt with a broken leg, but we're getting him back to on all four paws, but we need someone to take him home, okay? Check it out. If you need any help with some real estate, feel free to hit me up on that email or my phone number as well. Take it away, Joe.
Okay, thank you, Hunter. This week we've come to visit our friends at Lucky Farms Animal Rescue, a great organization based right here in Middle Tennessee that does amazing work across the country. We're joined now by Mark O'Brien with Lucky Farms Animal Rescue. Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, Joe.
Tell us about the mission of Lucky Farms.
Sure, absolutely. Thank you for having us today. At Lucky Farms, we were started about 5 years ago by my wife and myself, and we concentrate on rescuing and rehoming the giant breed dogs such as St. Bernards, Mastiffs, and Great Danes. We are a nonprofit 501c3. No one within our organization takes a salary. We are totally volunteer based, and we average between 100 and 150 dogs per year that we rescue and rehome.
We have one this week, a guy named Charlie. Tell me about Charlie's backstory, because he's beautiful.
Sure. Charlie is a 14-week-old Great Dane lab puppy that we actually rescued him and his siblings. We have put them all in foster homes because we are a foster-based organization, so the dogs get more one-on-one attention from their families. But Charlie is here. He actually came to us after we've had him. We found out he had a broken tibia in his back leg. He is now healed and doing very well with a vet watching him and taking care of him. And he is here today, and he's doing very well.
How did you find out about Charlie?
Well, we find out about dogs through various methods. A lot of the times it's just surrenders from owners who cannot take care of their pets anymore. Sometimes it's a local shelter that has one that is a giant breed, and they know through our reputation around the entire Southeast, they know to call us, and if we can accommodate and we can get to the dog, we will.
We'll put the website up right there for Lucky Farms Animal Rescue. For any information, how to make Charlie part of your home, there's a process, but it's a good thing.
Yes, sir.
And the process is filling application.
Well, it is a stringent process. They would come to our website, fill out our application. There is a full vetting, including a home visit, phone interview, as well as calling their vet for references. If they have current dogs or even dogs in the past, we check to make sure that they took care of their dogs and took them to the vet regularly. We want to find good homes for the dogs, but we also want to find a good fit for the home. So the application and interview process is stringent for us. We decline as many as we approve just because we think that's the best interest for the dog. So they would come to our website, they would fill out the application, and we would take it from there.
Will you get mad if I just ran off with Charlie today?
You haven't filled out an application yet, Joe, so we need to do a home visit.
Mark, appreciate you, man. The mission you guys do at Lucky Farms. All right, Hunter, there you go. Charlie, a beautiful Great Dane, just looking for that forever home. We'll give it back to you.
All right, that was Charlie, the Great Dane. How cute is he? You guys, somebody go out there and take care of that puppy. He needs your help. Thank you so much, Joe, for all your help and work that we're doing on this. I'm so excited to be part of Pet of the Week every single week. We have some big announcements coming up, too, coming for Christmas time, but we'll talk about that later. Once again, if you have any questions about real estate, whether that be buying or selling your home, or you've got some commercial property that you'd like to talk about, hit me up on that phone number. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Hunter, for all you do for helping us get this segment out there and go. Intern, I'm going to share the screen real quick. You were with me yesterday at we went and saw Charlie, hung out with him. Charlie liked you, intern.
Charlie did like me. I love Charlie. He was awesome. I love Great Danes, and to see one that small at that time, it was amazing.
Here's the website, luckyfarmsrescue.org. And if you just click on there and see who they are and their mission, what Mark was talking about right there, and the adoptables, the success stories. They have a really cool website of everything that goes on there. And just you can subscribe to their website. You can contact them that way if you're looking to adopt or foster. And we look at that right there. I'm going to guess if I could virtual squeeze that dog's neck to the screen, I would right there. But intern, Charlie took seriously a liking to you.
Yeah, I thought so too. I almost had to take him home. He was.
We would let that. I'd let that happen.
Mutual. Oh,
you could be a foster. Look, we're going to put up a wish list that Lucky Farms needs right now. And a lot of these shelters need the same thing: dog food, dog beds, treats, toys, heartworm preventative, flea tick medications, donations for vet bills. So if you could help a shelter or a rescue organization in your area, please do, because you just saw the passion which Mark and his lovely wife do for Lucky Farms Animal Rescue. And again, the website, luckyfarmsrescue.org. There's a wish list if you guys would like to help there. So really, really happy the way things are going with our Pet of the Week intern. And you're a big part of that. So thank you.
Hey, right back at you, man. I love what we're doing.
All right, very cool. I'll take another break. On the other side, take you to a place where I've spent many, many, many hours, and my mother and I used to go up there. If you've not been to Kentucky Downs lately, you need to go because they've kind of refurbished it, remodeled it, and it's perfect. We'll talk to the director of marketing when we come back. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
If you've been in Zaxby's, you know that we've got memorabilia all over the walls signifying different things. Castle Heights has such a long history to it, and we have sketching that was done by someone that was from town here. And it was kind of fun one day. I was out in the dining room talking to guests, and they're like, our son did that. We've also got some George Jones memorabilia that his widow had the opportunity to meet her and work with her on a project. She said she wanted us to have some pieces, and we certainly treasure all of those things.
Coach Hunt, Jim Toman at Middle Tennessee State. Wanted to give you a shout out and congratulate you on an unbelievable career. Love for you to come this fall or in the spring to Middle Tennessee State and talk baseball, or maybe even chat to my team, maybe catch a game or two. Just an unbelievable run that you've had. There's very few college baseball coaches that have done what you've done, Coach, and want you to enjoy the retirement. I know you're still working in the athletic department, but take it easy, have fun, stay safe, and just proud of you and all your accomplishments.
Is your roof in need of repairs? Maybe it's time for a full roof replacement. If so, choose Middle Tennessee's #1 rated roofer. Tim Leeper Roofing has provided the Nashville area with outstanding residential and commercial services for nearly 2 decades. And with hundreds of 5-star reviews, Tim Leeper Roofing has satisfied thousands of homeowners. To schedule a free and honest estimate, find us online at timleeperroofing.com.
All right, welcome back to Mornings on Main Street on this beautiful Thursday, October 28th, 2021. All right, let's head up the road about 40 minutes or so to Franklin, Kentucky, to the Mint Gaming Hall at Kentucky Downs, and bring in John Holohan, right?
Wolahan. Good morning, Joe. How are you?
John, I practiced that. You can ask the intern for like 15 minutes, and I'm so sorry. Holohan, right?
It looks like Houlihan, so we can go with that one too.
Hey, it's good to see you. And I got to tell you, we saw you back in July. We came up there. We came up for the horse race in September. And John, I got to tell you, the comments from everybody we're talking to, it's like, this place is immaculate. You got to be proud of everything that's going on at Kentucky Downs.
Well, somebody who moved from Las Vegas, we have ownership that's actually based in Las Vegas too. And so they have a certain way of doing things as far as getting those places that you've seen on TV or visited out on the Las Vegas Strip. They know what they're doing. And so we brought a taste of that to Southern Kentucky, to Middle Tennessee. So we're really happy, really proud, and glad that people like you have come up and actually got to see it for themselves and enjoy it.
You know what I noticed about the day? Because the intern and I came up there and spent some time with you, and you talked about customer service, and everybody loves to talk about customer service, but you guys really preach and love customer service, don't you?
Well, we have to for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's the lifeblood of the business. And number two, people come up, they expect to have a good time. So this is their of entertainment, whether you would go to a Disney, whether you would go to a place like us, you're interacting with a lot of people. So it takes some time to get in there, get people warmed up to what goes on in there, especially if they're, maybe not Las Vegas veteran. And then people also find out, Joe, that it's not just all the gaming. So the customer service really comes into play with food and beverage, where you eat, where you drink in there, what you do in your time besides just the gaming.
You guys got some big events happening, Oktoberfest going on, the Halloween event that's happening, and just everything that's going on. There's always something going on there at the Mint Gaming Hall at Kentucky Downs, isn't there?
Sure, promotion-wise, that's what makes it fun. Once again, we're there for people who want a little entertainment. It's a job to me, but for everyone who comes up, that's their fun time. So they want to have fun. So we've been doing some different things. Thursdays we have the Oktoberfest kiosk game, and they're special on Sam Adams Oktoberfest beer. The big thing this weekend is another installment of Cash is King. Those billboards have been up around Nashville, and those billboards have been up around Bowling Green. And we do cash on Fridays. Those drawings are at 7, 8, and 9. So that's a good thing. A lot of fun. And we are working our way towards every Friday to Black Friday, Thanksgiving weekend, where we'll culminate $104,000 in total with all these drawings. But there's $10,000 in cash every Friday up until then, Joe. So that's a big thing. Then Halloween is our take on Halloween.
Yes.
So Halloween, yeah. And I did not name that. That's actually the name of the kiosk game. So the way our kiosk games work is, first thing is you come in and you sign up for the Mint Rewards card. It's free. You have to be age 21 or older. and you get the card and you use that when you play. So that just allows the machines to know that you earn some points to qualify for the kiosk game. So there's a lot of fun things that go on when you have that Mint Rewards card. First thing is on Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, all three, you can earn the points and then go play the kiosk game where you're guaranteed a prize. So people like those kiosk games. They know they're going to get something. Okay, could be cash, could be free play. Sometimes it's drawing entries into a big drawing. Then, as an add-on, you'll have entries by playing into drawings from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. So that's Halloween Saturday and then the actual Halloween on Sunday. And those are during those afternoon, just barely to early evening, especially we know with the real Halloween for people, sometimes they want to be out and about on that night. So
Right.
you can come out and have fun in the afternoon, and then, and so great prizes with anything that we do. So that's getting through Halloween weekend. Yeah, that's first. Yeah, that's first.
John, that's fantastic. All right, so I told somebody yesterday that you were going to come on. They said, do they still have bingo at Kentucky Downs? And you guys still have bingo.
We still have bingo. So, Joe, bingo is a little bit of a different thing than what I'm used to and maybe what some people are used to. It's 6 days of the week, 5 evenings and 1 day, and they have one dark day. And that's actually space that 3 different bingo charities get to have. So they're local charities in the Franklin Simpson area, and
Wow.
it becomes their game. So it's not our game. So they're in our space, but it's their game. They make the money from it. It's their charity. They've got great food up there also. They do all kinds of little fundraisers to go along with the bingo, and they have a nice big room. Restrooms nearby, food and beverage service nearby. So it's a great evening. So it kicks off at 6:45 Wednesday through Saturday, also on Monday, and then Sunday is a matinee in the afternoon. So people do like the bingo.
Yeah, John, that's awesome. I had no idea that's what it was for, the local charity. That is really cool, and I love that. Now, we came up again. It's not going to happen for a while, but the live horse racing, John, that you guys had there back in September was, I mean, the intern and I were like, what have we walked into? It was fantastic because being in Nashville and Middle Tennessee, we don't get to see live horse racing, and there it was. And what a week that was for you guys.
Yeah, exactly. We're a little bit closer than some of the other Kentucky and other states that have horse racing. We're the closest one. So we have what's known as a boutique meet. We've typically had about 6 days a year that take place in September. Now, I'm hearing some good news from the Horse Race Commission that they're going to expand us to 7 days in 2022. So, Joe, that means one more chance at a trifecta. We won't discuss what happened when you were up there last month and how much you hit or didn't hit. I don't know if you owe anyone any money with those winnings. So we want to make sure you have your own winnings. But seriously, it's all grass racing on a European style track. So most tracks that you see, and people are used to the Kentucky Derby, and the horse racing industry has the Breeders' Cup coming up the following weekend. Those are a mix of races on the dirt and on the turf, the grass, and we are strictly grass like many European places. We also have hills, so it goes up a little bit, down a little bit, curves around, not a perfect oval track. So we are very unique, and always encourage the people from Kentucky, Tennessee, and surrounding areas to come visit, especially with free general admission. So the racing, as you know, we have a lot of fun. There's a great picture up there on the screen. That place is just stunning. It's beautiful. Yes. In September, that weather really cooperates. We're very fortunate with that. Just a great picture there looking south, and it's you're looking into Tennessee there is what you're looking at. Yeah, right on the border. There you go. So we got to keep our Kentucky people happy.
Yeah, we love Kentucky too.
What I suggested is you're going to do any color scheme inside, guys. Do some blue and do some orange, and we'll all get along. So far, that's worked.
You know, it was great, John, because you do so good at your job. When we went up there the first time, you were very quick to tell us about, and this is something that I didn't think about the new exit that is closer to Kentucky Downs, where we used to back in the old day, we'd go to Franklin and double back or get off at Portland and come up. But there's a brand new exit that just drops you off almost right there at the doorstep of Kentucky Downs.
Yeah, for the folks that are coming up on the 65, you come north, and there's in the past year an exit called 121, and it hooks into the state road. There is the 109. So you're right there in the Portland area, which is our sister city, right on the border with Franklin. So Franklin and Portland are right together. So you exit to the right, and you go up just a few, whatever it is, few hundred feet, a few hundred yards, I guess, just a little bit. And the first left is the US 31W. And so now you go up there just maybe a fourth of a mile, and we're there on your left. So people coming up from the city, that makes a lot of sense. That 121 is a good exit. Some nice businesses there too. 5 Star is in there now. There's plenty of service stations, convenience, all right there, and those have all sprung up as a result of that exit coming in.
It's the perfect day getaway, John. We love it up there, and it's so much fun. Thank you, John, for taking time this morning. I know you work probably 140 hours a week out of the 168 that we get. So thank you for your time, and we'll be seeing you soon, buddy.
Okay. Hey, good to see you, and a big hello to all the visitors watching out there. Thank you.
Very cool. Thank you, John, from the Mint Gaming Hall, Kentucky Downs. I got to tell you, I used to go up there all the time with my mother. We'd play bingo. It was so much fun. The fact that they give back to local charities there and everything that goes on, you got to go check it out because it is simply so cool with everything they've done there. All right, we'll take a break, and we're going to show you last night, the intern and I got to rub shoulders at a big event in Nashville, which still blows my mind that there was not a single TV station in the Nashville market covered this event last night, and I don't know why. We'll tell you what it is when we come back. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
We've got 13 newspapers, 12 weeklies, and 1 e-newspaper that's a daily newspaper that covers all of the Nashville area. We've got 17 websites, and we have social media pages. And then we're doing podcasts and distributing e-newsletters, and we're doing videos, both live videos and videos like this show, Mornings on Main Street. We've got reporters, we've got designers, we've got salespeople, and then we have another host of freelance writers and photographers all over the place who help us cover high school football games and city meetings and things like that. So there's a lot of people really helping make this happen. We focus on local news. We leave that national news and world news to other people. We're really focused on hyper-local news. So local government, local people, high school sports, nonprofits that are doing good things in the community, interesting people. That's stuff that impacts our day-to-day lives, and that's stuff that we like to talk about.
I'd like to say to Coach Hunt that I've talked to so many players that have gone on to be successful men in life. Some have gone on to be pro ball players, but some have gone on to be good dads. Some have gone on to be business owners and business leaders and community leaders. I've talked to many of these men, and every man to a person will tell me the influence that you, Coach, have had in their lives. And I, for one, appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that Lebanon was lucky enough to have somebody like you as a mentor, as a person who gave back to all these kids, or a better town because you're here. So thank you.
Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. Thank you, John Willihan with Mint Gaming at Kentucky Downs, for spending time with us this morning, talking about the great things happening up there at Kentucky Downs. All right, so last night the intern and I went, intern, pop in here again. We went and rubbed some shoulders with some fancy people last night. We were feeling high on the hog last night.
Yes, we were. Like I said, red carpet. Just something about that red carpet makes me feel special.
I wasn't happy that people were throwing us their keys, but it happens, right? To park
Exactly.
their cars.
Right. I'm really good at pouring drinks.
We did a great job last night. So it was the Hall of Fame induction ceremony at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. The Fairgrounds Speedway in Nashville. The Fairgrounds Speedway. Great event last night. So we got to talk to Scott Borchetta, Bola Mastis, and the legend himself, Darrell Waltrip, about being there last night. And again, it's just, for some reason, I don't know why the TV stations didn't cover this. It takes 20 seconds to show a big event happen in your backyard at an iconic racetrack with some great people. I don't know what else you're going to show if you even throw 20 seconds out there. But, the good news is, intern, we got it for you. Enjoy our time from last night.
What's this night like for you? Oh, my gosh, I'm so impressed. I haven't been to a Fairgrounds Hall of Fame dinner in maybe ever. And so I see all these people and people that I know and people from the past and people for the future. And the thing is, there are 300 people here tonight.
Right.
That's huge. I'm really excited about being here.
Isn't it great that the future of that Fairground Speedway is still going strong? I mean,
that track started in 1904.
Right.
It's not like it just got there overnight. So it's been there a long time. I think it's either the oldest or the second oldest track in the country.
Right.
It's ongoing operation. So many a hero, many a legend has raced around that 5/8 mile track. And I was just privileged to know some.
Remember the first time you got on that track to race?
I do. You know what happened?
You won.
No.
Oh, come on.
No. I came down, I had a 58 Ford, and we were racing it up in Owensboro. And I came down here, and it was like, I don't remember what, it was one of the big fall races, the last race of the year. I had to run the qualifying race, and I crashed with Crash Bond. I ran over Crash Bond. I didn't know who Crash Bond was, but I did. As soon as that happened, I found out who he was for sure.
Why is this speedway, this fairground, so important to you?
This track, the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, is so important to so many of us. It's one of the oldest racetracks in the world, and so many great drivers have come out of here. And until you race here, I don't know if you really understand. And I remember the first time I met Jimmy Johnson, told him that I raced at the fairgrounds. He goes, man, when I was running ASA, winning at Nashville was like winning Daytona. You see how much Dale Earnhardt Jr. loves this place. There's something just very special about this place. And it's one of the most revered tracks. If you know about this track, you know how important it is.
But for you, it's not just like putting your name on a few things and throwing some money here and there. I mean, you're involved in this, like a passion for you. Why are you so involved personally in this?
It's important to me that everybody has an opportunity to keep racing, and it takes investment and it takes attention, and that's not easy to do. That never gets easier. And I want to make sure that we preserve this place, and we've had something to do with this track, I think, every week since the mid-90s. Once I started racing Legends cars,
right.
Even when I retired from Super Trucks, we've had a car out here, or we sponsored the tracks. There hasn't been a year, probably in 25 years, that we haven't had a presence here at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway.
Why is it important you're here tonight?
Well, Nashville has always been very important for Crosley. From a racing standpoint, we are, I raced down here for the last 10 years and worked with Michael House and Sterling and those guys. And, and the other day somebody reached out and we said, well, we want to be a part of it. We were here a few months ago. We raced the Indy thing with the Super Trucks.
Yeah.
And so just, Louisville's our home base, and we kind of look at Nashville, and, it's Music City, and that's the business that we're in. And so it's kind of an easy fit.
It's funny, people look at that track, which brought the door over there, like, it's an old track, it's this and that. They just don't, it would take months to explain the history of that track.
Yeah. And, a track like Nashville is, hopefully we can keep this around forever, but there's so many Nashville tracks that they disappear. And as long as we can preserve it, that's pretty important.
Is there another place in the country to do this, but to have this in our backyard in Nashville with the city exploding around it, I mean, it's a perfect mix.
Yeah, it's a perfect, this is what you can create right here.
Right.
It's unbelievable. And the fact that it's, every time you come to Nashville, it's like, how many cranes can you have in one city? So the fact that this survives it's magic. So anything we can do to help keep it alive.
Yeah, appreciate you being here.
Same here.
All right, intern, if people ever ask you why I'm the Walter Cronkite of this generation, point to that interview right there, can you?
Absolutely, I will. I'll make sure to bookmark it.
You ever heard of Walter Cronkite?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he's the famous interviewer guy, of course.
Famous newsman. There you go. I'm proud that you got that right. But that was a fun event last night. And so, but that's, you see right there why that I am Nashville's media darling, because it was just a fantastic interview, wasn't it?
They were lining up to see you. I will give you that.
They were. They all wanted their cars pulled up. All right, intern, thank you. All right, so intern, we come back. It's become America's fastest and best game. Celebrity birthdays. If you've not experienced this with the intern, you will next. You're watching Mornings on Main Street.
It's just a few cocktails at happy hour.
It was just a few cocktails at happy hour.
You really good try.
There aren't any cops around.
I didn't think there were any cops around. I drink and drive all the time.
Sir, you've been in a serious crash. I need you to hang on, okay? Tell me your name, sir. Where you are right now?
That's what Main Street Media does great. They have an awesome array of reporters, photographers, sports writers, people that are connected locally, that really make a connection to people in the community. And I think that's very important for people now, especially with the widespread variety of ways that they can get news, is to have a source that they can trust and see every day. And I think that's definitely something that Main Street Media does phenomenally.
Ooh, nice. Good music intern to bring us back in with that. Final segment of Mornings on Main Street. Again, thank you to John Houlihan with mid-game at Kentucky Downs for joining us. Intern, we had a fun day up there at Kentucky Downs, didn't we?
I love that place. It's so nice and clean. And the racetracks are really cool. I've never been to a horse race, but my first one was awesome there.
Look, don't tell anybody, but we ate like kings that day.
Oh, it was awesome. Yeah, for real. I kept going back for seconds, thirds. They were like, please.
I think they regretted their decision to have me on site that day. But look, man, I tell people, I'm like when there's food out, I'm like a dog. You know, you put food out for a dog, he doesn't eat because he's hungry. He eats because the food is there. All right. So I was not even hungry. I just kept eating because the food was there. And that's what we had. All right. Before we get to celebrity birthdays, intern, I'm going to share the screen here with our what day of the week is. All right. This is kind of a precursor going into what we have. So today is National Chocolate Day. Do you like chocolate, intern?
I do like chocolate. I'm a big chocolate fan. Yeah.
What's your favorite?
Milk chocolate. I like the Hershey's. Big Twix guy, but I know there's other stuff involved in the Twix. So just chocolate, Hershey's.
You know, I'm with you. I think Hershey's is underrated, and people try to be fancy with their chocolate, but Hershey's is simple and it's good. That's all you need to know.
Right. I agree.
But you need to agree with me. And also, here's something else too, folks, that they're watching. People who don't like chocolate, don't trust them. I don't care who they are. If they're in your family, if you don't like chocolate, don't trust them at all.
Yeah, like what would be the reason
to not like chocolate?
Right.
Because they're weird. That's probably why. So you don't need weird people in your life like that. All right, intern, you ready for this?
Yes, I'm ready.
Celebrity birthdays. Now, folks, if you've not played this game, we want you to play along with this. Now, the whole thing is I'll throw a birthday out there, and the intern's got to get it within 2 years. Like I just turned 28. So if the intern says, Joe, you're 25, not good. If he says, Joe, you're 27, he wins. So the first up is actor Dennis Franz.
Dennis
Franz, whatever, but I call him Dennis Franz.
Are we doing no hints today?
He was in NYPD Blue. He's also in the video, the Dixie Chicks, Earl's Gotta Die, or Goodbye Earl, whatever it is.
Great
song. He was the husband in that.
Okay. Let's see.
He was 77? The bad captain in Die Hard 2 as well. Well, how old?
77.
Dead on. Intern,
are you kidding me?
I'm so proud of you.
Look at that. I told you I came to play today.
Just to see your growth as a young man is fantastic. All right, Annie Potts. She's been in 1,000 things, designing women. She was in Ghostbusters. How old is Annie Potts?
Can I throw a question? What role did she play in Ghostbusters?
She was the secretary in the original Ghostbusters that was dating Eon. Is that his name? Eon.
Okay, let's see. All right, racking the brain here. Let's do 69.
You cheated. She's exactly 69.
Stop it, Joe.
Please don't tell me you're cheating, man. I'll lose.
You've seen my hands.
All right. So you got back to back.
You're not happy for me?
I'm just kind of shocked right now. All right, Julia Roberts, Georgia girl. How old's Julia Roberts?
47.
54. But she'll take that 47 from you. Our boy down in Nashville, Brad Paisley. He's West Virginia, but we'll claim him in Nashville. How old is Brad Paisley? I would have missed this by a mile.
Would you have said older or younger?
I would have said you need to guess it within 2 years.
All right, let's do 49.
Exactly.
Wait.
Are you getting help from the staff in there?
No.
Okay.
What's that? No, it's Ghost Town in here.
I mean, you've got 3 dead on. Okay. Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix. Let's see. He's probably 58. No, he's younger. Hold on.
Nope. No, when you say it, that's it. He's 47.
Gotcha.
Okay, let's give a few more for you right now before we get out of here because you're on a roll. I feel you got more coming your way right now.
Would love that, yeah.
Let's see here. A lot of these people are famous, and I don't know why. Actor Lauren Holly. She was Jim Carrey's wife. She was in the cute redhead in Dumb and Dumber. Lauren Holly.
Let's see. Probably around the same age as Jim Carrey, 54.
58.
Oh, man.
Okay.
I think
It's okay. You've passed the test today. Singer Justin Guarini. He was the original. He came in second on American Idol, the Kelly Clarkson. I know you watched that when you were growing up back in 2002.
I actually did. Me and my mom used to watch it all the time. Was a huge fan of Ruben Studdard. I don't know if you remember him.
Yeah.
But let's see. I'll say he's
Guarini. The great movie from Justin to Kelly, which everybody who had a hand in that movie should be deported from the country. So how old is Justin Guarini? Come on.
38.
He's 43. Gosh, look that up. One more we'll send you out on if I can find a good one here. All right. Singer, rapper Frank Ocean.
Oh, Frank Ocean. I'm a big fan. I'd say he's probably 32 today.
34. You got within 2 years. So you got 3 dead on. Now, I mean, it's great getting within the parameters of the 2 years, but to get it dead on is fantastic, intern.
Thanks, man. It's the turtlenecks. I'm telling you.
Somebody commented on a turtleneck on the thread and said, wearing a turtleneck is like getting choked by a really weak man.
It just proves to myself that I'm strong enough to withhold that.
Yeah, it is. That's fantastic. Great job. All right, so tomorrow's show at 7:10, Lance Smith will join us. If you've been to the Titans games, he's kind of the hype guy for the Titans and does all the announcements from the Jumbotron. He'll join us at 7:10 tomorrow, and also big night of high school football. Big night of high school football, the final regular season night of high school football. And so we'll get you all caught up to date on that. Again, thank you to everybody watching today. Thank you, John from Kentucky Downs. Fun show. Go out today, everybody. Have a great day. Open doors for people. Smile. Be nice. Let's make this world a better place. We'll see you back here tomorrow.